I hope this helps everybody out there that's trying to figure out why they're burning up their LEDs as soon as they put them in the socket housing in their Chinese Tao Tao little ATVs. The ATVs are powered by a stator coming off your engine speed and your RPMs. It comes off in an AC configuration instead of a 12-volt DC configuration, which is needed for LEDs because they're a diode themselves. You can either get a full wave rectifier or do what I did. I put in aftermarket Eagle Eye LED by themselves coming off the battery to a switch, and then they can be on whenever we want to. And I hope this helps you guys figure out what you need to do. You still only have 55 watts of power coming off your rectifier that's charging your battery also. I did a test. I was still running 13.9 with my lights on with it running, so I was still having plenty of voltage to keep the battery charged. Hope this helps. I'm no responsible for if anything burns up, but this I already went through one set of LED lights. I hope this helps you too from burning up another set. Take care. Putting headlights inside your 125 new Cheetah is kind of not explained from the factory, because the factory has your stator and your windings powering up the headlights. So your headlights only turn on when the ATV is running, and that doesn't work very well for LEDs because they are a diode themselves. So there's one option to put in a full wave rectifier and then run LED bulbs, and it would work just fine. Or you can come off the battery back here and run a switch, which is going to be somewhere in here, down, run the load side down to each one of your lights, and then run your own LEDs. So I chose right here these Eagle Eye LEDs, which I've used on my vehicle before for the reverse lights, and they work really well. So I'm gone ahead, took apart the front lights. This is the first side. I took this apart. This just pops out. You got to be careful. And there's little tabs that snap off. There's 3 bolts to get the whole entire housing off. There's that bolt in the middle, which is a bear. This one on the sides. And this one on the side. Somewhere right there. That's easy to do. But once you have that off, you're looking pretty. So this comes apart. You take these 3 screws out, drill a new hole. That was a 13/32 hole, the one that's missing there, and it works pretty well. So if you drill your hole, get that lined up, it's gonna look something like that. And they're actually pretty bright. You got the mounts, lights mounted up, and drill the hole right here with a unibit. I stepped it all the way to right here. I don't know what size it is. I'd say it's 5/8, 11/16, somewhere in there. And then you have your 3 terminals on your little switch, lighted switch. You have your ground, you have one of your hots, then you have your load. So both the reds coming from the lights are going to go to your load. Your hot incoming is going to be your red from the battery, which these wires, one will go, the red will go to positive, black will go to negative. Your right here, your gold terminal is going to be all 3 blacks. So the 2 from the light and then the 1 incoming from the battery. And those will go straight to the battery, negative terminal. And then it'll hook up, then it'll be a lighted switch. It'll light when it's on. And then coming down here, since I'm not done yet, I'm gonna put a 5 amp fuse, even though this is tiny, in line before on my red. So my red's gonna go here, inline fuse down to the red terminal, and we'll be done. This is what the switch looks like. Black going to gold, hot coming to the center. The exterior is going to my switch leg. That's just extra tape just to hold the connection. So here's the final result. There's my inline fuse. I put a 5 amp fuse in there. Smallest fuse I had. I'll probably knock it down to a 2.5 because these draw nothing. There's my wiring. Goes up to the switch. Light turns on. Lights turn on. Lights turn on. Hit the switch. Lights turn off. So yeah, there's the end result.